When South Carolina reconstructed its roster during the offseason, the offense was unquestionably supposed to be the biggest strength of the team, at least on paper. But now that we're halfway through the season, it's clear that the offense is anything but that. They're at the bottom of the SEC in terms of overall hitting, and more so than that, they've really struggled to provide much run support for a pitching staff that has actually been better than expected this season. And the latest development in that was a 3-1 loss to number 7 Georgia here on Saturday at Foley Field. And just another afternoon where the bats really couldn't get much going. It seemed like early on in this game there was something there. They had knocked the starting pitcher out for Georgia out of the game right out of the gate after just recording one out, and after a bases-loaded walk for KJ Scobie, Gamecocks were up 1-0. But as soon as Georgia went to its bullpen, that was about where the offensive production stopped, as South Carolina failed to score another run in that top of the first with the bases loaded and one out. And from there, just really did not get anything going. Only had 2 hits the entire day. Did not pick up a single hit with runners on base or runners in scoring position. And it really turned out to waste a pretty solid outing from Amp Phillips. I would say not his best outing, but certainly one that was good enough to give the Gamecocks a chance in this game. He pitched 6 innings of 3-run ball, giving up 5 hits, 9 strikeouts. That's a season high for him with 3 walks. He really just made 2 mistakes in this game. Gave up a solo home run in the 2nd inning and then gave up a 2-run homer that gave Georgia the lead for good in the 6th inning. But overall, he pitched more than well enough to give this offense a chance. Again, it's just the offense, for as much change as there was during the offseason, now moving on from Paul Mainieri, letting Monty Lee take over and really implement more of his hitting philosophy. He even mentioned after the game that he feels like the Gamecocks have been far too aggressive at the plate this season. So today was about staying much more disciplined. And that strategy did work in the 1st inning. But after that, really just could not get anything going. And I've said before, I think there are good hitters on this team. I don't think this is a bad team. They've got, obviously, the pitching to do it. The defense hasn't been great, but it really hasn't been the reason that they've been losing these first 2 games of this weekend series. It really is just the offense not being able to come through. There are good hitters on this team, but they're not hitting like it for whatever reason. So the Gamecocks will look to avoid the series sweep on Sunday when they take on Georgia in the series finale. Brandon Stone will get the start on the mound with first pitch at 1 p.m. on SEC Network Plus. So once again, South Carolina falls 3-1 to Georgia here on Saturday in Athens. For GamecockCentral.com, I'm Jack Veltri.